Namaste and a very warm welcome. I am Vivan, and today we're kicking off something I think is really special, the Das Lakshan Dharma series. So, for the next 10 days, we're going to go on this journey together, exploring these incredible virtues that can really help us grow from the inside out. Let's get started.
So, where does all this come from? Well, this series is rooted in the timeless wisdom of Jain philosophy. And at its heart, Jainism is really a path that's all about finding inner peace, practicing real, deep kindness, and, most important for our journey, the purification of the self. Think of it as, clearing out all that internal clutter so we can finally find some clarity.
So, what's the plan? It's actually super simple, but really powerful. Over the next 10 days, we're going to focus on one core virtue each day. The idea is to just reflect on it, really understand it, and see how we can bring it into our own lives. Each day kind of builds on the one before it, creating this amazing path toward becoming a more mindful, more peaceful, and just a better human being.
All right, let's dive in. Our journey begins right here, right now, with day one. And we're starting with what is maybe the most foundational virtue of them all, Uttam Kshama. In English, that's supreme forgiveness. This is where the real work of self-purification starts. So what exactly is Uttam Kshama? Well, it means supreme forgiveness. But here's the thing, and this is really important. It's not just about, pardoning someone who did you wrong. It's a much deeper practice. It's about releasing your own heart from the heavy burdens of anger and resentment. The goal isn't really to let the other person off the hook. It's to achieve peace within yourself.
Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Forgiveness, doesn't that sometimes feel like a sign of weakness, like you're just giving in? Well, today, we are going to totally challenge that idea and redefine what it truly means to forgive.
Let's be crystal clear about this. Forgiveness is an act of incredible strength. Seriously, it takes real courage to look your pain in the eye and decide, you know what, I'm not going to let this control me anymore. It's a powerful choice you make for your own well-being. It is literally you taking back control of your own emotional state.
So often, we get trapped by this idea that forgiving someone is weak, that we're letting them win, or that we're supposed to just forget what happened. But Uttam Kshama asks us to see it completely differently. The truth is, true forgiveness is an act of profound inner strength. It's not about freeing the other person, it is about freeing your own soul. It's about you consciously deciding to put down this heavy burden that you were never, ever meant to carry.
Okay, so we've talked about the what and the why of supreme forgiveness. That all makes sense. But the big question is, how do we actually do it? How do we practice this incredible act of letting go? Let's turn this powerful idea into a simple action we can all take.
In the Jain tradition, there's a really sacred and powerful phrase for this exact practice, Michimi Dakatam. Now this isn't just a casual, hey, I'm sorry. It carries a much, much deeper meaning. It's really asking for forgiveness for any harm we might have caused, whether we knew about it or not. It's a tool for this entire process of letting go. The path is actually pretty clear. First, you just have to acknowledge the feeling, the hurt, the anger. Don't try to push it down. Then, step 2, you make a conscious choice to release it. Saying Michimi Dukadem, even just to yourself, is the action that kind of seals that intention. And when we do this, we are actively making our own soul lighter, literally freeing ourselves from that weight. Okay, this is not just theory. This is something we can put into practice right now. Let's bring this whole concept into this very moment and take our first real step on this journey together. So I'm going to ask you this directly. Who can you forgive today? Just think of one person, or maybe one situation that's been weighing on your heart. And hey, consider this too. Maybe the person who needs your forgiveness the most is you. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is the one we see in the mirror. So here it is, our simple, powerful call to action for day one. The feeling behind it is this. Today, forgive one person and free your heart. That's it. That's the whole task. Just one small act of forgiveness, not for them, but to set your own heart free. And just like that, we've completed day one of our series. We have explored Uttam Kshama, supreme forgiveness, not as an act of weakness, but as the ultimate act of self-love and strength. Pretty powerful, right? Just take a moment to let that sink in. Thank you so much for joining me on this first step. They say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and today's choice to unburden our hearts is a huge one. I really hope you'll come back tomorrow as we continue with day 2, where we'll explore the beautiful virtue of Uttam Mardav, or supreme humility. I'll see you then. Namaste.